Hey, what's going on guys, and welcome back to another episode of the FIFA 17 career mode. This is episode number 104, and today we have two live games in the Bundesliga with Borussia Dortmund against Werder Bremen and Schalke both at home, as we try to pick our form up. As of late it's been stuttering a little bit, and we need to get back to winning ways and consecutive wins as well, as we try to challenge Leverkusen as they currently lead the league right now. But also today, some big news in the transfer world as we close out the January transfer window, and let me show you what I mean. Now, as you guys know, in the last episode, we sold Marco Reus, Eric Durm, and Matthias Ginter for a combined total of £58.5 million. And when I sell players and replace them, normally what I'll do is buy good players, but like to buy players that I can build up and gradually watch them exceed or possibly just get to their potential. But as this is the final season of career mode, I thought, why don't we try and sign a superstar, which is something I barely ever do. I rarely ever sign someone that is just absolutely amazing, and if I could pull this deal off, it would be the highest rated player I've ever signed to a team on the history of my channel. So why not try doing something spectacular, as this is the final transfer window of the series, and why not try and sign this guy, Paul Pogba, 94 overall now, 27 years old, with some of the sickest stats you've ever seen. He's quite remarkable, and the reason I'm targeting this guy is because of this. He's got 6 months left on his contract, and as you guys know, Cheapskate Doc's back at it again. When I sniff a bargain, I go hunting. So Paul Pogba could come in, and I'm going to put a bid in today's episode and see whether we can get accepted. Now, the chief exec thinks we can get him for around 27 to 54.3 million pounds. I don't think that would happen. We need to put in a big bid here for Jose Mourinho's French star. So we've got about £65 million in the budget, but if we adjust it, we can probably get it to about 70 million. Now, that's a lot of money for an £85.5 million valued player that does have his contract come the end of the year, but I don't think United will settle for anything less. And to be honest, the 70 million may not be enough on its own. So I'm looking down the list of players now to see if there's someone I could give us bait as well as the money. And if we are to sign Pogba, we probably wouldn't need another CM in this team. We've already got Flume, and we wouldn't need Marino and Weigl and Davis as well. So I think one of these two players I could use as bait. You'd probably think Weigl is the guy to scrap and get rid of at 29 overall, definitely if that was the case, £29 million valuation, 86 overall. But I think I'd rather get rid of Marino instead, as Weigl, you guys seem to really like Weigl. You nearly made him captain at the start of the season, so I think we'll offer Marino, who's valued at £36 million, plus £70 million. That'll be a combined total of £106 million given to United in terms of assets and the money as well. And at 94 overall, 27 years old, I rarely ever do this, but I think we should do something crazy and something different really, as opposed to the same old stuff. So a huge bid to start today's episode off for Paul Pogba. Let's see if it comes off. And as we come into the first game of today's episode as well, we take on Werder Bremen at the Signal Iduna Park. We've only won 3 of our last 9 games. We really are struggling for form right now with Borussia Dortmund. We could do with a superstar like Pogba in our team, as we're still playing catch-up with Bayer Leverkusen and are already 5 points behind, but do have a game in hand. So a massive game for us this one. We really need to start picking our form up, and hopefully with the prospect of Pogba possibly coming in, that will motivate the players to play much better. So come on, Borussia Dortmund, first game against Bremen, let's get the 3 points. You know, in all the saves I've done on career mode, I pretty much always do the same thing when it comes down to signing good players with a good team, and that is that I sign really decent players, but never players who are like the mega stars of a save. But I feel like it's worth trying something different. You know, I really do. We're in a very precarious position right now in the Bundesliga. We need something to motivate us. And yeah, we could bring in players like Leroy Sané and Julian Brandt or Maximilian Meyer. They're all on my shortlist. I would all be really good signings to bring in. At least one of those 3 would be great signing to bring in for the end of January to hopefully motivate us to success come the end of the year. But I want to try something different, and I think Pogba would be a great signing if we could pull it off. Still, we'll have to wait and see. As we take on Werder Bremen, we need to win this game. My mind is fully focused on it. Can we get those 3 points? Werner inside towards Mario Götze, and Götze on the ball, rolls it through towards Aubameyang, going through one-on-one and fires the ball into the back of the net. And that is such a great sight to see, because Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, our top scorer of last season and our joint top scorer this season, hasn't found the back of the net in I think 7 or 8 appearances, but he has now. He makes it 1-0 to Borussia Dortmund. Great little ball by Mario Götze, and Aubameyang fires the ball in to make it 1-0. The perfect start. Well done, Pierre. It is no secret he's not been playing too well of late, but that's a big goal there to get his confidence back, hopefully, as we go a goal up. And now Diego tries to turn on the afterburners here to beat his man, and he keeps on going, and still Diego, and what a run from Menendez, and Menendez' shot is saved. El Shaarawy surely tapping the rebound. No, I was pressing circle like 4 or 5 times there, but the Italian had cold feet and didn't want to lift them and kick the ball into the back of the net. Still 1-0, but that really should have been 2. Poor pass there, cut out by Götze, drops straight to Diego. Menendez looking for Aubameyang, and Aubameyang on the ball, might need some help here. Back inside towards Diego, takes his time and takes aim, but Wiedewald makes a good save and turns behind for a corner. Still 1-0, but it's been a very good first half an hour as we go in search of a second goal to give us some breathing room. And Tar's shot came straight to Werner with the fake shot, couldn't get a shot away, cleared. I don't know whether we need a superstar to try and take the pressure off Diego, because he really has to do pretty much everything in this team. I know that he didn't get the assist or the goal for our first, but you better believe we score again today, he'll have a hand in it in some way. Maybe that's why we just haven't played that well this season. We've always been looking to Diego, and he can't always carry us week in, week out, as Margasov goes down the right hand side, and Werder Bremen look for an equalising goal, cross deflected by Tar, and look at that for some luck. I'll be honest here, that is a huge stroke of fortune. I'll always admit when I've got lucky, and that was ridiculous. Werner on the ball, looks for Diego, who is running through one-on-one and does put the ball in, and right on cue, just as I said, if we got another goal, he'd have a hand in some way. Borussia Dortmund 2, Werder Bremen 0. He comes to celebrate with me. If Pogba does come, he'll still be our main guy, and I know that. Menendez makes it 2, and just before the break, we double our lead. Well, it was a really lucky goal, there's no doubt about it. It's a lovely little ball by Werner after he held it up and found Menendez, who took his time and slots the ball into the back of the net. But again, there's no denying it. That was a really lucky goal. That deflected cross went straight to Aubameyang. And, you know, I've had some bad luck in this series, quite a bit of it, to be honest. But I would always admit when I've got some fortune in my favour, and I certainly did for that goal. Menendez won't mind. It's his 9th of the year, and it's 2 for Dortmund. And there is the full-time whistle. Borussia Dortmund 2, Werder Bremen 0. We get ourselves our first win in a couple of games, and a big one here in front of the home crowd as well, as we try to get our form sorted once more. We've got a big game against Schalke to come next, though. We need to be fully focused for that, and also more news on the Pogba saga in midweek as well. We weren't really on fire in this game. We scored 2 goals in the first half, and that's all we needed. Werder Bremen didn't really threaten much in this game. We get ourselves a controlled 2-0 win, and we'll take the 3 points. And man of the match to Mr. Menendez for getting our second goal that secured the points just before the break. Big game from him, big win from us, and now let's find out what's going on with Paul Pogba. And as we're advancing through the calendar, we're just waiting for the moment of truth. And we've got a few emails in our inbox, including a press conference. And Manchester United accepted our bid for Paul Pogba of £70 million plus Mikel Merino, as Pereira wants to take Royce's spot after he was sold to City in the last episode. But United have accepted our bid for Paul Pogba, £70 million plus Merino. It's a pretty decent deal when you think about it for United, getting a midfielder of maybe not the same ability, but a very good one nonetheless, at 86 overall, and also being 24 years old. But Paul Pogba may be on his way to the Signal Iduna Park. I'm giving him this contract, it's what he wants, and hopefully, touch wood, fingers crossed, I'm going to sign a 94 overall rated player for the first ever time on my channel. And we are now just waiting for email confirmation to confirm it. Paul Pogba is surely going to sign for Borussia Dortmund, and there it is, my biggest ever signing in a career mode series ever. Paul Pogba is going to come in for £70 million plus Mikel Merino, and a 94 overrated midfielder is joining Borussia Dortmund. Oh my goodness. And you saw his stats at the start of the episode, but you'll see them here as well. I mean, he's just absolutely incredible. Physically, he's a complete monster. Mentally, he's fantastic. And technically, he's gifted. He's just a wonderful, wonderful player with so many specialities. A couple of nice traits in flair and long shot taker too. He can play CM, CDM, and cam as well. High medium work rate, 4-star weak foot, 5-star skills, 6'3", a complete monster through the middle of the park. I'm so excited. I've never signed like a superstar like this in his prime before on my channel. This is the first time I've ever done it. I'm super excited. Welcome, Pogba. And let me know in the comment section down below, what number should I give Paul Pogba? Surely number 6, right? Well, let me know in the comment section down below anyway, what number should I give Paul Pogba? I want your suggestions. You guys can tell me what number he should wear, but he's in, that's all that matters. And 94 is the number I'm thinking of. That's his overall. Oh my word, I can't wait to use Pogba. And that now means our team looks like this. We have 4 90+ overall players in the first team. I am contemplating changing the formation for a 3 at the back, as we haven't played too well with this formation this year, and doing something different. Feel free to give me your suggestions for what formation to play and line up as well in the comment section down below. But I gotta say, I'm super excited to use this guy. And let's get straight into it. He's gonna make his debut against Schalke at home. Let's see if he can score on his debut, mark it with a wonder goal. Oh man, I am so excited. And so our second and final game of today's episode will be the derby against Schalke at the Signal Iduna Park. We've now cut the gap at the top of the table to just 2 points between us and Bayer Leverkusen, and I would love it, absolutely love it, if Paul Pogba could score on his debut today, the winning goal possibly, to take us above Leverkusen and then top of the table in the first game in the second half of the season. So a big game here against Schalke in the derby. Can we get the win? Can Pogba score? Let's find out. Come on, Borussia Dortmund.
It's the first chance to see Paul Pogba at his new club, the French star who's played in England and Italy.
Well, I think they realised what a good talent, what a fantastic prospect he was at Manchester United, and he's gone on to prove that in the years since.
All eyes on Paul Pogba coming into this game then, as he goes for his first touch and wins the header. That's a great sign. And now Diego rolls it through towards Aubameyang, and Aubameyang is through and fires it in to the bottom corner. It's the perfect start for Paul Pogba, whose first touch is to set up a counter-attack after winning the ball back. Diego rolls it through towards Aubameyang. Those two were the stars last season, and our third one's been added into the mix. Perfect start. It's 1-0 Dortmund, and Pogba already involved. Dembele to Pogba, good first touch, finds Diego and looks for Davis. Davis through towards his man Werner, and across comes Paul Pogba, who keeps on going. Good forward run from Pogba, good ball to Aubameyang, looking back to Paul Pogba. Can he get inside? Maybe not the first time, but he can the second. It's Paul Pogba with the Ronaldo chop, and it's a great save by Farman to stop Paul Pogba from scoring on his debut. Pogba storming down the right hand side and keeps on going, tries to turn Hoffman and does. Great work from Paul Pogba. They've all left him and he's taken down. It's a penalty as well. Paul Pogba has been bought as a box-to-box midfielder, and he stormed from inside his own half to go down the right, cut inside and win a penalty. And 32 minutes in, I am so glad I've chosen to sign this superstar, because he's already playing like one. Kolasinac brings him down, definite penalty and a chance to make it 2. Pogba may have won it, but he's not our penalty taker. That is Aubameyang, and he will take this one, as I'll go to the top right-hand corner against Farman, and Farman saves it. Well, Pogba won the penalty, but Aubameyang misses it. Oh my goodness, that should have been 2-0. Bad miss from me. You can tell I'm still rubbish at penalties, and it's still 1-0. Huge opportunity squandered, but here's Timo Werner going down the left and cutting inside and rolling it across towards his man El Shaarawy, just wide of the post. Still 1-0. One late chance for Schalke to get back on level terms here. Maximilian Meyer turns his man and finds Hoffman, who goes for goal just over the bar. And as we go into the break, we still lead by 1. We've been the better team, no doubt about it, and missed a penalty too. But we may rue missing all these opportunities if we do end up failing to get the win, as we still only lead by 1. Pogba with a tackle on Goretzka, wins it back here. Pereira looks for Paul Pogba. Great turn, gets himself inside. Can he get a debut goal? Still Pogba on the ball. Still Pogba. Still Pogba. Can't find space to shoot here. Still Pogba. Still Pogba. Still Paul Pogba. Oh my goodness. That is why I have signed Paul Pogba for £70 million plus Aubameyang. He brings out the dab and he deserves it. What a lovely goal as he cuts inside 3-4 4 blue shirts and then drills the ball into the bottom corner after the Berber spin. It's a debut goal for our record signing of the series, and I'm celebrating on the touchline because I know this is the piece of business that could possibly turn our season around. Pogba with a goal on his debut, Borussia Dortmund 2, Schalke 0. What a performance. And there it is, the full-time whistle at the Signal Iduna Park. There's the doppelganger for you, and Borussia Dortmund win by 2-0. And on Paul Pogba's debut, he put in a man-of-the-match display, winning a penalty in the first half, which Aubameyang squandered, and then in the second half, taking matters into his own hands and getting a debut goal. And what a goal it was as well. £70 million plus Marino, it's a lot of money, but if he helps us deliver some silverware this season, I'll call it a bargain. Schalke did have a couple of chances, but really I felt we were in control of the game from the first minute to the last. The far superior side in my eyes, and deserved the 3 points. And no surprises for man of the match, Paul Pogba, who was absolutely fantastic and got a sensational solo debut goal, which he deserved as well. What a performance from our new French midfielder. This is the type of player we needed to sign to make sure Borussia Dortmund can once again retain their Bundesliga title and go for the other 2 trophies as well in our final season. What a performance, what a great debut. And that will end today's episode of the FIFA 17 career mode as well, guys. So a big thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. And if you have enjoyed today's episode of career mode, then please do consider leaving a like, as likes are of course very much appreciated and they really help the channel grow as well. Much love to you all and have a fantastic Sunday, everyone. And I'll see you for the next episode of the FIFA 17 career mode very soon.